Imagine, since we were born, we are taught that when we see an image represents something about yourself. So, for example, when we see this image, what do we see? Who are these two personalities and what each one of them represents? So imagine if we're told this one is Christ and he represents the mind of God within you. And then this other person, this other character represents you and represents your current life as your state. And everything that you are living exactly right now, it has to do with this, with the mind you presently have. So then, when we see this image, it's telling us the greatest revelation ever told, because it's how our life would be if we have the mind of God, if we have Christ within us. So this is an image that represents what is our current state. How are we living life? How are the choices that we're making? What is the way that we are, or how is the way that we are managing our emotions, our feelings, our desires? Because all of that is either coming out of this mind, and this mind is the mind of the egoistic self, the mind that wants to fulfill daily the desires that comes from the illusion of the present world that appears to be that my happiness, my freedom, my joyfulness, my contentment, my peace is somewhere out there in the world. So I gotta do many, many, many different things in order to fulfill, to satisfy, to get, to accomplish, to have. And one day, somehow, once I have this, once I get that, once I feel the pleasure of this, then I will have my peace, joy, contentment, and happiness. And that is the mind of the tired, of people that are tired of living in that mindset. And here is the revelation, the story, the greatest truth in order for us to live by. And it has to do with how our mind in our present could become the mind of God. Christ, the mind of Christ within us. There is the peace, the contentment, the happiness that we are seeking. And this image is telling us that. That's why I'll give you mine. I'll give you my life. And how you obtain the same life of the Spirit in and through our consciousness. So this image, the greatest story of the revelation of Christ, the mind of God within us.